The British royal family is no stranger to controversy, but the latest drama involves Queen Camilla and Princess Charlotte, centered around a precious heirloom, the Spencer tiara. Once belonging to the beloved Princess Diana, this iconic piece of jewelry has sparked a heated debate within the palace. Camilla's reported outrage over the tiara being passed to Charlotte has reignited public discussions about Diana's enduring legacy and Camilla's ongoing struggle for acceptance as Queen Consort. But first, we're starting with Camilla's outburst over the tiara. Queen Camilla reportedly expressed shock and frustration upon discovering that Princess Charlotte would inherit the iconic Spencer tiara. This piece of jewelry, famously worn by Princess Diana on her wedding day in 1981, holds immense sentimental value. When Camilla learned of Charlotte's intended inheritance, her reaction was described by palace insiders as unexpectedly intense. Witnesses claimed that Camilla's disapproval stemmed from her belief that the tiara should remain with the Spencer family rather than being passed to Diana's granddaughter. This reaction surprised many, especially since the tiara is not part of the official royal collection but belongs to the Spencer family itself. The decision to pass it down to Charlotte was reportedly made by Diana's brother, Earl Spencer, who wished to honor his late sister by giving the tiara to her first granddaughter. Given Charlotte's close connection to Diana as her first granddaughter, it seemed like a natural and heartfelt choice to many. However, Camilla's reaction reveals deeper issues within the royal family, where Diana's legacy continues to loom large despite the passing of decades. Camilla, having struggled for years to overcome public resentment due to her affair with Charles, may feel that the tiara symbolizes Diana's continued presence within the royal narrative, something that still affects her public image. The controversy sparked widespread debate among royal watchers, with many questioning why Camilla would oppose the gesture when she herself has worn Diana's jewelry in the past. This perceived double standard only fueled criticism, reinforcing the idea that Camilla is still overshadowed by Diana's enduring legacy, even in her role as Queen Consort. The Spencer tiara is more than just an exquisite piece of jewelry. It is a symbol of heritage and memory that carries immense emotional weight. Crafted in the 19th century, the tiara became world famous when Princess Diana wore it during her wedding to Prince Charles in 1981. Made of diamonds set in silver and gold, the tiara features delicate floral and heart motifs, making it a striking and memorable piece that became synonymous with Diana's royal image. Unlike most royal jewels that belong to the crown, the Spencer tiara is privately owned by the Spencer family. It has been passed down through generations, traditionally worn by the women of the family on significant occasions. Diana's brother, Earl Spencer, has maintained that the tiara remains a family heirloom separate from the official royal collection. His decision to pass it to Princess Charlotte reflects a desire to honor Diana's legacy, as Charlotte is her first granddaughter. This choice stirred controversy, especially since Queen Camilla reportedly disagreed with the tiara being given to Charlotte. Some speculate that Camilla feels the tiara should stay within the Spencer lineage rather than being introduced into the royal family through Charlotte. Others believe that the tiara's close association with Diana makes it a sensitive topic for Camilla, given her complicated history with the late princess. For many, Charlotte inheriting the tiara symbolizes a continuation of Diana's legacy through the next generation. It represents a bridge between the past and the future, honoring the memory of a princess who left an indelible mark on the royal family. However, Camilla's reported displeasure highlights the lingering sensitivities within the monarchy regarding how Diana's memory is preserved, especially in connection with her grandchildren. One of the most striking aspects of this controversy is the perceived double standards displayed by Queen Camilla. On one hand, Camilla reportedly opposes Princess Charlotte inheriting the Spencer tiara. On the other hand, she has been seen publicly wearing jewelry that once belonged to Princess Diana. This contradiction has not gone unnoticed, sparking criticism from both royal watchers and the general public. Over the years, Camilla has worn several pieces from Diana's collection, including the emerald and diamond necklace famously worn by Diana as a choker during her tour of Australia in 1983. The sight of Camilla donning this necklace provoked a strong reaction, with many feeling it was inappropriate given the fraught history between the two women. Critics argue that if Camilla can wear Diana's jewels, why should Charlotte be denied a piece directly connected to her grandmother? This perceived hypocrisy has fueled ongoing debates about Camilla's role in the royal family. Supporters of Diana argue that the tiara should go to Charlotte as a way of preserving Diana's legacy through her granddaughter. They see Camilla's reluctance as an attempt to distance the monarchy from Diana's enduring influence. Meanwhile, Camilla's defenders claim that as Queen Consort, she has the right to wear royal jewelry, including pieces that once belonged to Diana. However, this justification does little to appease those who feel that Diana's memory should be preserved through her descendants rather than being overshadowed by Camilla's presence. The controversy has once again brought to light the public's complicated feelings toward Camilla, who, despite years of royal service, remains a divisive figure, especially when her actions are perceived as diminishing Diana's legacy. In January 2022, Queen Camilla sparked outrage when she debuted a modified piece of jewelry that once belonged to Princess Diana. Originally an emerald and diamond necklace gifted to Diana by the Queen Mother, it was one of Diana's signature pieces. During her tour of Australia in 1983, Diana famously wore it as a choker, making it one of the most iconic jewelry pieces associated with her style. When Camilla appeared at a public event wearing the necklace as a brooch, the backlash was immediate. To many, the act of altering the piece felt deeply personal and even provocative. Critics argued that modifying a piece so closely tied to Diana was a way of diminishing her memory. Social media users condemned the move as disrespectful, with some calling it an intentional affront to Diana's legacy. The controversy was not just about the jewelry itself, but about what it represented. Many royal watchers felt that Camilla's choice to wear and alter the necklace symbolized an attempt to reframe Diana's history within the royal family. As someone who was involved in one of the most high-profile royal scandals of the late 20th century, Camilla's association with Diana's belongings was always bound to provoke strong reactions. Despite Camilla's efforts to redefine her role as Queen Consort, moments like this reveal how Diana's memory continues to influence public perceptions. While some argue that Camilla was simply wearing a piece from the royal collection, others see it as a deliberate move to assert her place in the monarchy while inadvertently erasing a piece of Diana's history. This reaction underscores the challenges Camilla faces as she navigates her role in a royal family still shaped by Diana's lasting influence. The public response to Camilla's jewelry choices has been overwhelmingly negative, highlighting the enduring loyalty many feel towards Princess Diana. Social media was flooded with criticism when Camilla wore the modified emerald necklace, with many accusing her of disrespecting Diana's legacy. The hashtag #NotMyQueen resurfaced on platforms like Twitter, showcasing the ongoing resistance to Camilla's position as Queen Consort. Royal commentators noted that this backlash stems from unresolved public feelings regarding the love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla. Even decades after Diana's passing, the perception of Camilla as the other woman persists. To many, the fact that Camilla altered and wore a piece so deeply associated with Diana felt like a deliberate slight, reigniting old wounds. Supporters of Camilla argue that as Queen Consort, she has the right to wear and modify royal jewelry. They claim that focusing on past controversies detracts from the progress Camilla has made in her public role, advocating for social causes like domestic abuse awareness and literacy. However, these arguments do little to soothe those who feel a personal connection to Diana's legacy. The core issue lies not just in the jewelry itself, but in how it symbolizes the broader struggle for Camilla's acceptance. While some believe Camilla has earned her place through years of service, others see her actions as insensitive to Diana's memory. The controversy over the tiara and other jewelry highlights the ongoing challenge the monarchy faces in reconciling its complicated past with the evolving expectations of the public. The controversy over the Spencer tiara cannot be fully understood without examining the tumultuous history between Queen Camilla, Prince Charles, and Princess Diana. Their complex relationship dates back to the early 1970s when Charles and Camilla first met. At the time, Camilla was considered unsuitable as a royal bride, and Charles went on to marry Lady Diana Spencer in 1981. Despite both being married, Charles and Camilla maintained a close friendship, which eventually rekindled into a romantic relationship during Charles's marriage to Diana. This affair became one of the most publicized scandals in royal history. Diana herself addressed it in a landmark 1995 interview, famously stating, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." This candid admission laid bare the heartbreak and betrayal she experienced, leaving a lasting impression on the public. After Diana and Charles's separation in 1992 and subsequent divorce in 1996, Camilla's reputation remained tarnished. When Diana tragically died in 1997, public sympathy solidified around her, casting Camilla in a negative light. It wasn't until 2005, when Charles and Camilla married, that the public slowly began to accept her presence within the royal family. Even as Queen Consort, Camilla continues to face challenges related to her past with Diana. The ongoing debate about the Spencer tiara highlights how deeply the public associates Camilla with the painful chapters of Diana's life. For many, allowing Princess Charlotte to inherit the tiara feels like a way to honor Diana's legacy, while Camilla's reluctance appears to be a reluctance to confront that past. The situation reveals the complexity of Camilla's role within the monarchy. Despite her official status, she remains, in many eyes, linked to a chapter of royal history marked by infidelity and heartbreak. The tiara controversy is just one of many reminders that Diana's legacy continues to cast a long shadow over the royal family, shaping how Camilla is perceived even today. Princess Diana's legacy continues to influence the royal family and the public's perception of it even decades after her tragic death in 1997. Often referred to as the People's Princess, Diana was beloved for her warmth, compassion, and willingness to break royal conventions. Her hands-on approach to charity work, particularly her advocacy for AIDS awareness and her campaign against landmines, left a lasting mark on global humanitarian efforts. One of the most enduring aspects of Diana's legacy is her influence on how modern royals interact with the public. She famously shunned the aloofness traditionally associated with royalty, opting instead to connect personally with those she met. This approach was particularly evident when she shook hands with AIDS patients in the 1980s, at a time when misinformation and fear were rampant. Diana's actions helped dismantle stigma and highlighted the human side of the royal family. Diana's fashion choices also played a significant role in her legacy. The Spencer tiara, which she wore on her wedding day in 1981, became an iconic symbol of her grace and beauty. Passed down through the Spencer family, it is more than just a piece of jewelry. It represents the spirit of a woman who redefined what it meant to be a modern princess. For many, the idea of Princess Charlotte inheriting the tiara is deeply meaningful. It symbolizes a connection to the grandmother she never met and honors the legacy of a princess who made a lasting impact on the world. However, Queen Camilla's reluctance to support this inheritance has raised questions about how Diana's memory is preserved within the royal family. Even as the monarchy evolves, Diana's influence remains a defining element, especially through her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who continue her humanitarian work. The tiara, in this context, is not just an heirloom but a powerful symbol of how Diana's legacy endures, despite the passage of time and the complexities of royal succession. As Princess Charlotte grows older, she is increasingly seen as a key figure within the next generation of royals. Born in May 2015, Charlotte quickly captured the public's affection with her charming demeanor and confident appearances, alongside her parents, Prince William and Kate Middleton. Despite her young age, she has already begun to understand the expectations that come with being a member of the royal family. Charlotte's connection to her late grandmother, Princess Diana, is an important part of her identity. As Diana's first granddaughter, Charlotte symbolizes a new chapter in the royal family's legacy. The possibility of inheriting the Spencer tiara has been met with widespread approval, as it would honor the memory of Diana while also highlighting Charlotte's unique place within the royal lineage. Unlike her grandmother, who often struggled with the rigid expectations of royal life, Charlotte is being raised in a more balanced environment. Her parents, William and Kate, are dedicated to giving her as normal a childhood as possible while gradually introducing her to public responsibilities. This modern approach reflects the lessons learned from Diana's experience, aiming to shield Charlotte from the intense scrutiny her grandmother faced. Yet, the controversy over the tiara suggests that Charlotte's role may not be entirely free from the shadows of the past. Queen Camilla's reported reluctance to see Charlotte inherit the tiara hints at ongoing tensions regarding Diana's legacy. As Charlotte matures, she will inevitably become more aware of her grandmother's influence and the public's expectations of her as both a royal and a descendant of Diana. By embracing her heritage while also forging her own path, Charlotte has the potential to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity within the monarchy. The Spencer tiara, if passed to her, would not only be a piece of jewelry, but a powerful emblem of continuity, honoring both the past and the future of the royal family. Queen Camilla's journey to acceptance within the royal family and the public eye has been anything but smooth. From the beginning, her relationship with Prince Charles was mired in controversy due to their affair during his marriage to Princess Diana. Even after their marriage in 2005, Camilla faced ongoing scrutiny, with many unable to forget the pain caused to Diana. As Queen Consort, Camilla has worked tirelessly to reshape her public image. She is focused on charitable work, championing causes related to domestic abuse, osteoporosis awareness, and literacy. These efforts have gradually softened public sentiment, yet the shadow of Diana remains. The controversy surrounding Princess Charlotte inheriting the Spencer tiara has reignited old debates, with critics accusing Camilla of trying to suppress Diana's legacy. For some, Camilla's reluctance to support Charlotte's inheritance of the tiara reflects a lingering discomfort with Diana's enduring influence. Despite years of public service, Camilla's connection to the most turbulent chapter in modern royal history continues to affect her acceptance. As long as Diana's memory remains vivid, Camilla's position within the monarchy is likely to be continually questioned, especially when it comes to matters tied to Diana's legacy. The Spencer tiara controversy sheds light on the evolving dynamics within the royal family. As traditions clash with modern values, the younger generation, led by Prince William and Kate Middleton, seeks to balance honoring the past with embracing a new, relatable approach. Princess Charlotte, being Diana's first granddaughter, symbolizes this blend of tradition and progress, making the tiara's inheritance especially significant. Queen Camilla's reported disapproval, however, highlights lingering sensitivities around Diana's legacy. Despite Camilla's dedication to her role as Queen Consort, her past association with Charles during his marriage to Diana remains a contentious topic. Public sentiment often reflects a preference for honoring Diana directly through her descendants rather than through Camilla. The controversy also underscores a generational shift within the monarchy. While older royals like Camilla may prioritize maintaining traditional boundaries, William and Kate have shown a willingness to modernize royal practices. Allowing Charlotte to inherit the tiara would be seen as a symbolic gesture, acknowledging Diana's impact while embracing a new era. Ultimately, the tiara debate is not just about jewelry, but about how the royal family navigates the lasting influence of Diana. As Charlotte grows, her role in balancing this legacy will become even more crucial. Despite years of public service and gradually growing acceptance, Camilla's transition from Duchess of Cornwall to Queen Consort has remained a polarizing topic. Many royal supporters, especially those loyal to Princess Diana's memory, still struggle to accept Camilla's new title. Polls consistently indicate that a significant portion of the public prefers to address her as Queen Consort rather than simply Queen Camilla. This resistance stems from the lasting emotional connection people have with Diana, who remains beloved even decades after her passing. For many, Diana was not just a princess, but a symbol of empathy, grace, and resilience. In contrast, Camilla's journey to royal acceptance has been marked by controversy, particularly regarding her past relationship with Charles. While Camilla has made efforts to modernize her image through charitable work and public appearances, these actions often do little to quell the sentiments of those who see her as a reminder of Diana's struggles. The tiara debate further intensifies this divide, as many view Camilla's opposition to Charlotte inheriting the piece as another instance of undermining Diana's legacy. Ultimately, Camilla's title and public perception reflect the broader challenge of reconciling past mistakes with present duties. As long as Diana's memory remains vivid, Camilla's place in the monarchy will likely continue to face scrutiny. Princess Diana's legacy is far more than just a memory. it continues to shape the modern monarchy in profound ways. Her approach to royal duties, marked by compassion and a personal connection with the public, redefined what it meant to be a royal. Diana's willingness to address controversial issues such as AIDS awareness and landmine eradication set a new standard for how the royal family could use its influence. Today, her sons Prince William and Prince Harry embody many of these principles, emphasizing charitable work and mental health advocacy. William's approach to raising his children, including Princess Charlotte, reflects Diana's desire to give her sons a more grounded and relatable upbringing. This modern outlook starkly contrasts with the more rigid traditions upheld by previous generations. The debate over the Spencer tiara is a reminder that Diana's legacy is not just a historical footnote, but a living influence on the royal family's future. For many, allowing Charlotte to wear the tiara would symbolize continuity and respect for Diana's memory. Conversely, Camilla's resistance to this idea appears to some as an attempt to distance the monarchy from its complicated past. As the royal family continues to evolve, Diana's influence remains a benchmark for compassion and modernity. Charlotte's role in carrying on this legacy highlights how deeply Diana's spirit endures within the family and the public consciousness.